Good afternoon, class. I'm Jose Adrian Duran, 18349.
Jose Jaime, 18,102.
Martín Jaramillo, 18,140.
Camila Peñalosa, 18151.
Humber Mendes, 18,139.
Okay, our topic is crops will provide 21st energy. Okay, the energy contamination are issues that face the world at this time. These kind of problems must have to be solved by us, by the living beings that are contaminating the world, the humans. A majority of the lack of energy and contamination are problems that comes from the oil based in fuels. That's why technologies like bioenergy and crop energy are can be the solution for these problems, the solutions for the problems of the world. Technologies like biodiesel and bioethanol can be as a replacement for a conventional full oil fuel that comes from the oil fuels. Okay, main points of this topic is that biodiesel can be made from a variety of oils, fats, and grasses. Another thing is that biodiesel and bioethanol is a renewable source of energy that can help solution the reducing the greenhouse gas emission and minimize the carbon footprint of agriculture. Another one is that it contributes for to reduce the global warming. Also, bioethanol and biodiesel produces less air population than diesel made from fossil fuels. It helps a lot because it will reduce the contamination of our planet and it will help to all the living beings of the world, also for us. Also, a difference between bioethanol and biodiesel is that biodiesel is made for we can say cars that do use diesel and bioethanol is to use for cars that they use gas and that is the difference. They have different ingredients to be made and so it's not the same. They are different but they are from by energy. So that's all in my part.
Well, I have to know early. It is produced by fermentation. Chemical process of reaction. For make bioethanol, we have to follow three steps. The first one is fermentation. We have to use crops that will fermentate by organisms because this they will decompose the crops, making them more fermentable. The second step is the destination because we have to it has to be useful as a food. That's why and the third step is the dehydration because this is used like a purification mode, making methanol pure. Thanks.
Well, now I'm gonna talk about the biodiesel. The biodiesel is a fuel made by oils. Is just the fat oils that are in crops like sunflower. This kind of cross first you can use just extracted oils, or you can use also use it, your oils because you can use the oils from the kitchens or the other manufacturing processes. These oils pass through many processes that no one gonna explain. We first have to refine the oils. This is to concentrate the power of the oil, just the acids that we need to feed the machines. So next, there is a process that is transesterification. This process means that the oil are mixed with glycerol. It's an alcohol and it causes a chemical reaction that then generates the biodiesel and has the glycerin as a result. Also, for the biodiesel, this is a very good source of energy because it has a closed carbon cycle. That means that all the CO2 that we are emitting, it is again captured by the same crops that are used to produce this kind of energy. This can be used principally as to fuel vehicles, but it can also be used to pass through many to use as an energy for many processes.
And the benefits of the bioethanol is among the advantages of using the fuel instead of diesel. They are, of course, conservation of natural resources on the planet because it is a source of energy from renewable sources. And on the other hand, we reduce food imports if we produce here biodiesel. Thus, our energy depends on fossil fuels. It also promotes to the develop, development and establishment of rural populations engaged in the production on this field. Another of the many advantages they are to help reducing CO2 emission into the atmosphere is contain no sulfur and which eliminate the problem of acid rain, reduce soil contamination and toxicity hazard of accidental spillage, and being a biodegradable and not toxic product. Of the technical side is that excellent lubricity, higher flash point with the brings greater security, and the consequence the use by ethanol is one of the biggest problems today is that the cost does not yet competitive with conventional diesel regarding the technical properties in the lower heating value while no amount to a loss of power of significant increase in combustion. Another disadvantage is the lower oxidation stability, this being important in storage and have poor cool properties, which make in incompatibility at very low temperatures.
Good afternoon. As a conclusion of our presentation, I'm going to say that bioenergy is going to be the future of energy because it's going to be provided in many countries. Also, bioenergy may solve the problems of pollution
in the earth. And this bioenergy is going to replace fossil fuels that are contaminating the earth. And a big example that we have in Ecuador is that the president is using or making a project about Ecopais that is used by bioethanol to provide a good sustainable food that can help to evade pollution and contamination. Also, as we know, bioenergy is going to expand in the few or future decades, and we can use a number of techniques to produce bioenergy, and there are crops that we use to produce biomass, and then it's going to produce bioenergy. Also, bioenergy technologies are generally well established, and the ways of converting biomass into bioenergy are many, are numerous. For example, there is when we use biomass that can be burned directly, or we can make we can produce bioenergy in an anaerobic way, and around the 10% of the energy comes from the bioenergy, and the 4% comes from heat, and the 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 another 6% is using to produce sustainable foods. And as we say, the example of Ecuador now is a good project, and is a sustainable project that is helping to evade problems of pollutions and contaminations. Thanks.
Okay, I want to say an interesting phrase from a person called John Umbercock, that is a specialist in bioenergy from LEGC Consulting. He said that the phrase of him is that biofuels play a very major role in displacing petroleum-based fuels. This is very interesting for me because I think that this will help the world when we use gas or oil based in fuels. We're contaminating our world or house, and that is the only house that we have. We don't have another planet, and we have to care about it. We have to realize that we don't have another planet, and make actions, and that actions is helping the world, buying bioenergy, biodiesel, bioethanol. When we have cars, use these technologies because this will help the world and all the living beings that live here, and we are one of them. And we have to take care about it to have a future for generations. And that is the phrase that I have to say. Biofuels play a very major role in displacing the petroleum oil based in foods. And that's what I wanted to say. Thank you.